everybody. Welcome to this week's live stamping video. I'm Lyssa from Embellish with Lyssa and Embellish Studios in Watertown, Wisconsin, and I am delighted to stamp with you today. All the products that I use today are Stampin' Up! Products, papers, dies, machines, inks, stamps, blocks, you name it. My scissors are even Stampin' Up! I've been with the company for 19 years now, and I just love it. If you need a catalog, let me know. I'd be happy to send you one. Otherwise, you can shop online anytime at Lyssa, that's Lyssa, lyssa.stampinup.net. Today I'm going to use, I'm going to mix two different suites together. So I'm going to use the papers and stamp set from the Wildly Flowering suite, which is on page 41 of the current catalog. And I absolutely love the papers. These are my jam of colors right here. We're going to use the stamp set and then the dies to cut out some of the flowers. But then we're also going to use some dies from, let me see if I can find the page, 69. This is my latest bundle, and I just adore these dies. So I just got my hands on this. They are just recently back in stock after having been totally sold out because they were so amazing. So these circular dies, there's 12 of them. They're all different patterns, and they're so pretty. So that's what I'm going to use today. But mostly we're sticking with the Wildly Flowering suite. And I have to show you, excuse me, some of the cards I've made with it. I'm really proud of them. I was a little bit intimidated when I first sat down because some of the paper patterns are quite large. But when I started stamping and working with them, they were just beautiful. So they go together really well. Isn't that pretty? Love these sayings too. This is an online exclusive stamp set called Everyday Greetings. And it has a whole bunch of mix and match sentiments that you can put together. But this is going to be my favorite one, where there's heartache, let there be healing. So that's a beautiful card. Cute little thing there with the Wildly Flowering, Wildflower Designs, I guess it's called, stamp set. So here's again where I couldn't quit playing with the circles. Love the circles. Sending happy thoughts. So I was having a lot of fun with these papers. Just really enjoying myself. They go specifically with the Wildflower Designs stamp set, but honestly you can use any floral with the pattern papers and they look great. Ooh, pattern papers are on sale this month too. I forgot to mention that. So if you're watching this video during August of 2024, we're having a designer series paper sale. This might be my favorite card from the bunch. I just love that. That's that new basic beige color. So, and I'm loving working with the circles too. So pretty. I do like that one too. So the one we're going to make today, however, has a fun little fancy fold with it. It looks like an ordinary card, but if you'll notice on the side here, there's a little hinge, and that's because it actually opens this way and then this way. Isn't that fun? So it's an ordinary card base, right? No biggie. But then we've got a little hinge piece and an extra. It's like our focal point for the front of the card is just on a swing hinge. So I thought that was so cute and such a fancy way to turn an ordinary card into a fancy fold. I just thought that was genius. So let's learn how to make that together. You are going to need, obviously, circle dies of some kind. You can use any circle dies, but I am really enjoying these Spotlight on Nature dies because they have all these fun patterns. I don't know if you can see those. Yeah, you can. So I have gone ahead and pre-cut. Ours is going to be different colors because I'm out of this paper. So we're gonna use mauve as our color here instead of boho blue. So I have a large one in Early Espresso, a plain white one on for both sides of that, because both sides will be seen, and then an extra white one for the hidden greeting on the inside. Okay, so one large and 3 smaller squares. You're going to need an ordinary card base. So this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half horizontally and then scored in half vertically to form a regular A2 size card, just your medium size card base. You're going to need a piece of white for the inside to stamp on and write on. And then your pattern paper, whatever pattern you've chosen, is cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4. So 4 by 5 1/4, that goes right on your one layer in from the size of the actual card. So we're not going to do anything special to this paper, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue it down at this point. So we have one less piece on our tabletop to work with. Okay, same thing with the white inside. The only thing we're going to do is stamp our sentiment on there, so you can do that before you glue it down, or I'm going to live dangerously and do it after. Okay, and so the pattern paper on the outside and the plain paper on the inside are the same measurement, 4 by 5 1/4. All right, and actually I've already screwed up, so don't glue that white one down until you put your hinge piece in, right? So the hinge piece is just a 4 by 1 inch strip. You can grab it out of your scrap bin. Anything that coordinates with your card is the right color. So mine is going to be a scrap of the actual card base. I'm going to fold that in half and slide that in between the card. Yeah, I messed up that. Anyway, we're hiding our hinge in there, right? Just make sure where you hide it is where you want your focal point. So how far down the card are you going to want your circular image? Do you want it right in the middle? Do you want it up towards the top? Do you want it down a little bit lower? Whatever you do is fine. Just make sure your hinge is there. All right. Yeah, I messed that up pretty good. You get the idea though, right? You get the idea. Okay, so it looks like a little book, like a little journal with a clasp at this point, right? Okay, so then we're going to attach our focal point piece, which in our case, I guess I'm going to do dead center since that's where I wound up with my hinge, right? So I'm just gonna put some glue on the end of my little strip there and center my large circle. Give that a second to dry. Awesome. And then before I attach these, I will go ahead and stamp, because it really is smarter to stamp before you attach stuff, right? I'm a little off today. I'm sorry. We were at the doctor this morning with my daughter and did not get happy news about her MRI for her knee, so I'm just a little bit off today. Yeah, never fun when your child is in pain and you're trying to figure out what to do and struggling with insurance, and just not fun. So I need to stamp to relieve the tension in my life, right? So I've stamped 2 of them, one for the front and then one that will be on the inside. So let's go ahead and make these little cute focal point pieces. That blue is so adorable. I wish I had more of that blue paper, but I used it all up for scrapbooking because this month has been all about scrapbooking for me. So let's see, what did I do? Oh, I stamped these already. Okay, so here we've got the fun little, I don't even know what kind of flower that is. I just really don't. It's not baby's breath, because this one is kind of baby's breath. Anyway, one of you people who knows flowers can tell me what that flower is. Well, I grab my machine here and die cut these with the little matching die from the bundle. I love flowers and I'm learning, but I don't know all the names for sure. I have just been so inspired by the wildflowers this year. I live in southern Wisconsin area, south central Wisconsin, and the wildflowers have just been outrageously gorgeous this year. Have you noticed that where you live? They just, I don't know, we must have had the perfect combination of hot and cold and humidity and dryness, and they are just going crazy this year. Like flowers that I've never seen bloom before are blooming. It's been really fun. I love driving around and enjoying the gorgeous Wisconsin countryside. All right, almost done here. I've got 2 of whatever those are called. And I've got more dies. Slide these back in. And then I'll do 2 of these little baby's breath pieces. So, yeah, so this entire suite, papers and everything, is inspired around wildflowers. And I will say, as an amateur wedding decorator, wildflowers are all where it's at now. I think like the last 3 weddings I've seen have been really loose, blousy type wildflowers. Just very casual and not formal at all. And I love it. It's a beautiful look. It's just really whimsical and sweet. So if you need to treat yourself to some new flower stamps, because we all need new flower stamps after a while, right? We get stuck in a rut with our florals. Wildflowers are really, really in right now. Okay, I think I've die cut everything that needs to be die cut. So we're going to continue to build our little focal point pieces. So I've got some dimensionals here, which will give us a little bit of pop-up magic. And guinea pig hair, because guinea pigs. All right, so to finish that one, we need a greeting. I'm going to do a greeting in my darkest ink so it's nice and visible for whoever gets to see this. It's just a simple hello. So that'll be our front focal point. Looks like an unassuming card, right? Nothing super special. And then you realize, oh, it's totally special. It's really cute. All right, where's those dimensionals? And a little bit of this fun baby's breath stuff. I've also seen weddings, speaking of weddings, it's wedding season. I've got weddings on the brain. I've also seen weddings done with all baby's breath and no other flower. And wow, that's really cute and very, very trendy right now too. And really affordable. I'm happy for those brides because baby's breath is stinking cheap and it's actually easy to grow at home too if you want. So I'm happy for those brides that are content with a very reasonable, affordable theme for their weddings. Very cute. Okay, let's just do all the stamping, right? I'm so distracted today. I'm sorry. Maybe I should have put off my live video, but you guys never stamp when you're distracted, right? It's stamp or go eat. Go like binge eat something, right? It's one of those days, so I'm not gonna binge eat. So best wishes on your anniversary. I get a lot of requests for anniversary cards, especially this time of year, but it is a very special anniversary today, I will say. And that is my assistant, my Stampin' Up! Assistant, Penny, and her husband have been married 25 years today. So congratulations to Penny and Rob. I'm so glad they're in my life, not just because Penny is my wonderful Stampin' Up! Assistant, but they have just been excellent friends to us, and they're the ones that introduced us to guinea pigs and got us started down that whole road of guinea pig life, which I love. And they have 3 great kids who are turning into fantastic adults, and I'm just so excited for them. So here's to the next 25 years for Penny and Rob. All right. Ah, this is so cute. So our little fold over secret-y piece is done. I have messed up on the hinge here. For some reason I didn't get that right, so just ignore that part. We'll just look at the sample again. Look at the sample. The sample's the right. This one's screwed up. And then you do want to be careful when you go to position your hidden wording that it is completely hidden by your focal point. It's not poked out the side or anything. It's straight and nobody can see it when the card is closed. All right, let's see. I see a little bit of little few hanging chads here stuck in my die cut. We'll get those out. I think that's it. So the rest is just decorating. That mechanism is the whole fancy part of the card. So I love the idea that you could take an ordinary card fold and turn it into something really fancy by just adding this extra little hinge piece. Super cute. I've got some Moody Mauve ribbon and a little antique brass brad. It's not little, it's quite large. It's one of those things I ordered online and I was like, oh, that's a lot bigger than I was anticipating, but it wasn't Stampin' Up, so that I couldn't really tell the size from our catalog. Let's see. Where do we want this piece? Do we want it over here? Oh, it might look good over by the hinge, huh? No, the card looks backwards with it over there. Because this is where I would normally place it, would be on the left-hand side, so it looks kind of silly over there on the right to me anyway. Maybe it doesn't to you, but it does to me. Cute. And then lots of colors go with mauve, but I'm going to use these from the Colored Pearls pack and just sprinkle a few pearls around to kind of add a little sparkle. And another one down there. Cute! So there's our Secret Circles fancy fold. Love that. I think I might add another piece of pattern paper here because it feels plain, doesn't it? Now that we've fancied everything else up, it feels really plain. But that's the Secret Circles fancy fold, and I hope you've enjoyed this little stamping time together today. I do it every Wednesday at noon Central time. So, and then they are put on the Embellish YouTube channel if you ever want to go and see all of them at once too. Whatever works best for you. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, I'm there, baby. My blog is embellishwithlyssa.com, and if you need Stampin' Up, I'd be honored to be your demonstrator. It's lyssa.stampinup.net. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Now I'm gonna go binge eat.